Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot. As always, I've pre-shuffled the cards so that we don't have to spend a lot of time shuffling. This is going to be a reading for the zodiac sign of Libra for the week of November 9th through the 15th. Okay, that being said, it's still a general collective reading. It's just a smaller collective because it's only encompassing Libras. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And keep in mind, if it doesn't resonate, it may be because it hasn't happened yet. This is fortune telling. And if you find later that it does start to resonate with you, you're more than welcome to come back and review the videos. It's also timed and dated, but that's basically so we can categorize them. If you find this reading 10 years later, 2 months later, whatever, it doesn't have to be that time frame. I mean, if you find it, then you were meant to find it. Okay, if you like my readings and like my channel, please press the like, share, and subscribe button. Okay. And hit the bell icon if you want further notifications, or if you want notifications when I add more videos. Alright, I'm almost done with all the waste everybody's time reading this stuff. Sorry, it has to be done though. Okay, but it really does help the channels when you like and subscribe and share. Let me see. If you are under 18, please exit left. This is not the channel for you. I do not do readings for anybody under the age of 18. And it's not a good idea for anybody 18 and under to be doing tarot anyways, or looking at tarot anyways. You need to be out living your life instead of trying to worrying about what's going to happen. That being said, there is full frontal nudity in some of these cards, although there's no sexual orientation. I don't typically swear that I know of in these videos, but just in case I do, and that offends you, please feel free to click off. Like I said, I'm fairly certain I don't do that, but to each his own. It doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, if it offends you, please know that there is a possibility. I mean, I'm a grown woman, and cuss words have been known to come out of my mouth. So I'm taking a card from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and this is going to be a reference for the read and some guidance, some guidelines for the read. It gives you some more information. And this is Brown Bear Spirit, and it says take time out. And this is for, like I said, this is for Virgo. Okay, and let me put that back up there. I'm going to take 2 cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Again, these are for general guidance, and they also add a reference point for when we get into the tarot reading. Alright. There we are. Sage. It's telling you to be devoted and committed. Alright. And the next card for Libra, please. For the zodiac sign of Libra. Please guide my hands, bring the messages you want them to see. Okay, and this is the Moon card. There's some glare coming in that window. And it's telling you to take note of intuitive messages. Alright. Okay, so I use a 5-position spread. I used to call it a 5-card spread, but it tends not to come out that way. So the first position is going to be the past. The second is the present. The third is the most likely future. The fourth is advice from spirit. And then the fifth is the most likely outcome if you follow spirit's advice. And I am going to clarify these, and we'll probably do some archangel oracle cards for further messages for Virgo today. Okay, and it looks like in the past you had a tower moment. It's the people are terrified of tower moments, but I mean, if you win the lottery, it's a tower moment. It's an extreme change in energy. And in this case, I mean, like, look at the lightning. It's bringing illumination. It brought somebody illumination. And the tower only fell because the foundation wasn't firm. It wasn't built firmly. And so Spirit basically tore it down so you could start over again. Okay, in the present is the Five of Cauldrons energy. This is that looking back in the past with regret. You know, he's looking at those empty cauldrons. They've been spilled. It's irretrievable. You can't take it back. You can't change the past. You lost what you lost, and it's horrible. I mean, you know I don't mean it to be flippant, because I've been through some serious losses in my life too. But it is part of the grieving process. Then you need to let go of that. Because if you look across the river, Spirit is sending you blessings in the form of the two cups behind you. And you do have prosperity around you. That is one of the symbols of the boar in the Celtic culture, because they provided food. Okay? So at present, you're in that energy. Okay? Let's see what the future has to say. The maybe future. Oh, well, that's a good one. Alright, so it's telling you, if you get out of that energy, you have a passionate new beginning. Okay? This is the Ace of Wands. This is movement. This is passion. This doesn't necessarily mean passion like love passion. This could be passion for creating something. Wands are very, very creative. These are indicative of the fire signs. And it's movement, forward movement, passion, fire, creativity. Learning, experiencing. I mean, Sagittarius is known for just loving to acquire knowledge and create things. Okay? And so what's your advice from Spirit? Alright, what is the advice from Spirit for Libra? What is the advice for Spirit for Libra? Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles. So whatever this is a multi-generational lineage. So it could be you, or you could be building this. I think it's telling you to build this. Okay? Because it's telling you to be creative. And again, we have the linking pattern there because we have the rainbow in the back. And it's reminiscent of the rainbow here. So that's what the rainbow is. That is one of the gifts. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. That is one of the gifts. So, you know, I think that the Tower moment and the Five of Cards, that's why it's giving you Bear Spirit. It's telling you to take time out, rest and reflect. Okay? Being devoted and committed. You know, that goes with the Ten of Pentacles, and it also goes with being creative. I mean, you have to it takes a lot of commitment to create something. And then you have to follow your instincts if you're going to create something, to build something. So that encompasses the moon energy. Alright, and what's the probable outcome? What's the probable outcome if Libra takes Spirit's advice and builds the Ten of Pentacles? What's the probable outcome? Okay, the Four of Swords. And this will come to you after you'll rest and reflect once it's all done, because you'll have laid down a lot of heavy burdens, and it'll be kind of like you're gonna do a life review. You know, how I went from this energy to this energy, I think is what it's trying to tell you. That's what will happen in the future, because you're going to be able to lay those burdens down. Laying the burdens down is the overall, it's the bottom of the deck, and that's the overall energy of the read itself. Okay? So I'm going to clarify some of these cards with the Wizard Tarot. With the Wizard Tarot. Okay? And the first card came out, fell down, it popped out. It was again the Tower. And again, I see that there's illumination there. You know, it did take the Tower down, but that's in the past. Okay, it took that Tower down, but it illuminated something. It showed you something. It showed you that your foundation wasn't firm. Okay. And the Two of Cups. So let's go a little bit further. So I feel maybe that whatever happened, you know, it might involve a relationship. It might have been, you might have had a you might have had a bad relationship, or you might have had a good relationship and it got destroyed in the wake. And now you're looking back in regret and loss and sorrow. But you need to get out of that energy, because it's time for you to celebrate life and create things. You can't do that while you're sitting in that energy. Okay? You need to start following your intuition and moving the way Spirit wants you to. Okay? Yep. And if you come out of that energy, you're going to be the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is quite capable. He's the King of Wands. He's fire. He's creative. He's daring and dashing. He's fire. He's creative. Okay. And if you want this Ace of Wands, so if you can do this and celebrate life and become the King of Wands, then you'll be able to wield this one. You'll know what to do with this potential new beginning, because it's in your suit, okay? And it's telling you to take a leap of faith. Go for it. Go for that passionate new beginning. Something's changing. I haven't seen the wheel yet, but it does feel like things are changing for you. Oh yeah, things are definitely changing for you. Take a leap of faith, because you have a bunch of options. Just use discernment, because not all those options are good for you. Some of them can be deadly. But on the whole, you know, you're talking about money, love, career, good things, a lot of good things that you just have to be careful. You have to use discernment in life. You have to know what, you know, wait, see what's coming at you. Okay? So the Ten of Shields. Okay, you may be having internal conflict, or this may be people actually battling it out to get into position to have that Ten of Pentacles. I don't mean literally battling it out. I just, you know, that's sometime reminiscent of the young boys in the village, you know, learning fighting skills, where they're sparring, and they eventually find their hierarchy that way. Okay, nope, this was brutal, whatever it was. Somebody went through a lot of internal conflict, and it was, that may be guilt. You know, whatever this was in the past. And that was what the internal conflict was over. And that was why you had to take time out. Okay, you had to get past this. So either somebody betrayed you or you betrayed someone else, but either way, you have to go through the grieving process and figure it out. And that's probably why the Four of Swords is there. You still have some work to do, but I'd say that the worst is in the past. Okay, you need to start laying those burdens down. You can't carry them around like, you know, a crutch for the rest of your life. Okay, so, and you're about to get some communication about that. And the next card is Judgment, and that means Spirit is moving in your favor. Okay, and let's clarify the Ten of Wands. It's the Ten of Wands. So you're really holding on to these burdens. What you need to do is take time out, rest and reflect. You know, quit having so much internal conflict. You know, the past is the past. You can't change what you did. If you did something wrong, then you can apologize to whoever you hurt, etc. But you still have to move on with life. Okay? So, but you have to be willing to put those down. How can, if your hands are full of wands because you had all those responsibilities that you won't release, how are you going to take the cups? Okay? And then you have this too. You have this mental part where you're not even recognizing there's a cup. Spirit's offering you a cup. And you're so focused on something else, you don't even see it. You have to learn to use your intuition. You have to start letting all that stuff go. It's time. It's time. Okay, so let me get a couple of, I mean, because on the whole, the Ten of Pentacles is a great card. You've got the ability, you have options, you have the potential for a passionate new beginning. You're going to build something that's going to help multi-generations, but you can't do it until you get out of your head. So it is, that Spirit's straight up telling you, get out of your head. Sorry, I feel like I'm nagging everybody today. I think it's just one of those weeks. Alright, so Archangels, please guide my hands. Please guide my hands. Please tell me what Libra needs to know today. Please send me the message that Libra needs to hear today. Okay. Healthy lifestyle. It's telling to eat a healthful diet, get adequate rest, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Okay. So, if you aren't, you know, able to do all of that, you know, just take one little step at a time. I mean, last week I quit eating so many fried foods, and I felt better. There we go. There. Alright. And outdoors. Archangel Jophiel, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. I think that's obviously linked with the Ace of Wands, sorry. And passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and your career. So this could be both. What's coming in could be both. Alright. So I hope you liked the reading today. If you did, again, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And hit the bell icon if you want further notifications. I mean, it really, really does help the channel progress. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you in some way. Thank you. I thank you again for all the lovely messages that I get. And have a great night.